Howdy, howdy. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ryan. Join me as I take you through another week in my 3D print farm. This week we're going to be focusing on expanding our model selection. We just added 3D Gob as a option that we're going to be offering, so I'm going to be focusing on printing all those models in preparation for our first festival on Valentine's Day in about 2 weeks. So we'll take you through the process as we get ready for that festival. Good morning. It is Sunday. And it's maintenance day. Today's the day that I'm going to go ahead and do maintenance on all my printers. The temperature is really cold because of the ice storm, and I don't want to run any prints because I don't want to risk losing any prints in the process. So I figured it's high time I did some deep cleaning on my printers. Haven't done it in a little bit. All right, finished with my maintenance. I try to do it probably about once a month. Realistically, I end up probably doing it about once every 1,000 print hours. I do tend to do it more often whenever I'm doing festivals because I make a mental note after a festival to do it. But yeah, I'm sure I didn't do everything perfect. I'm sure I'll get comments in the comment section about, hey, you should have done it this way, should have done it this way. I'll say I've been doing it this way since as long as I've been doing the printers, haven't run into any issues. I do spray it down with isopropyl alcohol. I probably do a little too much, but isopropyl alcohol is very safe in this equipment. And I use the Super Lube for the synthetic oil and for the grease lubricant. And I had found these files that I had used to apply it. I was actually testing a new file with this one. It did not really work very good. That's why I switched back to that one. The Airless basketball has finished. All right, I have the supports removed. That was a lot more painful than I expected it to be. Example, the supports done scratched me up trying to remove it all, but I was able to get it off. Using the PLA supports, it's actually rather clean. I haven't even thrown a butane torch to it. But yeah, that's all the supports there. It took probably about 45 minutes to get all the supports off, so if I ever make another one of these, I'll have to find a better way to do it. But yeah, tomorrow I'll proceed with the bounce test to see how it does, but it's looking pretty good. Good morning. It is Monday. I have a couple orders that I'm about to be dropping off. This one was 3 custom billboards that someone had ordered, and then before I even shipped, they ordered an additional 3, so it's actually about 6 of them. So it's a pretty decent-sized order for me, and luckily they ordered another batch, so I could just ship it all in one box. Right here we have the cows with the straws, and this is a custom order of... No, that's an individual cow as well. That's what I'm sending out. Over here, I have some more of those prototype items that I was sent. They said this is the 4th and probably final iteration that they're going to do before they make a, quote, huge order. So looking forward to that. We'll see. I will say though, this version, and I'm gonna let them know my feedback on it. The way it's designed, it does not 3D print as well. I had to print so many of them to make sure it was right. So I'll give them that feedback. The third iteration seems to have been the best one. But yeah, past that, the Airless basketball did finish, and it looks pretty good. However, the bounce, which obviously I'm on carpet, the bounce is definitely not what I was expecting. The other ball, the small ball, bounces good. I don't know if it's the model or not. I don't have enough material to reprint it. But either way, I'm going to be giving that to my nephew. So he'll enjoy it either way, I'm sure. Past that, I did print a couple dogs with sweaters that my wife asked for. And on some of the 3D Gob items, we have here. One thing I like about 3D Gob is they do a lot of additional items with their models. So like this is just their small little dragon. It's cute, and it also has an egg that's attached to it. So I'm going to be printing several of these and kind of going. I don't know when I'm going to do it, but I did hear multiple people in the comments when I asked, and they expressed that they would love to see me kind of compare the different designers. It definitely won't be this week because I got to print the rest of the 3D Gob. But I'm debating upon two different form factors. Either I can do one video where I kind of do a comparison of all of them, or do you guys think I should look at doing a breakdown, like one video for Cinderwing, one video for Layers in Green, etc., etc. Just that way it's, more of a highlights my thoughts and all that kind of stuff. Let me know your thoughts. I'd really, really interested, and I could possibly even do like a tier ranking if the videos actually do decent, if people are interested. But let me know in the comments below. Past that, I haven't really gotten anything started because I half expected to lose power because of the ice storm, but I didn't. I just have a few more of those prototype items because they're still not perfect. And yeah, that's about it. I'll touch base with you guys tomorrow. Good morning. There's no update for Tuesday because I decided to take an impromptu ski trip. Should be back tomorrow. I did leave some things running, so we'll see if they lasted for the day. Good morning. It is Wednesday, and I have a couple models that are new. So these are some of the, I think they're the Beagles from 3D Gob. Those finished pretty good. I've been trying to figure out how I'm going to do these because I have a lot of minis, but I'm trying to differentiate the minis from, say, these. So I've upscaled them a little bit, and I'm thinking, I don't know what I'll call them, but it's kind of be a different style. Whereas the minis, I do 1 for 3 or 2 for 5. I'm thinking I might do like 1 for 5 or 2 for 8. Something like that. Not quite sure. I did go ahead and lock in a market. It's probably going to be a small one, but it's going to be on Valentine's Day. I think for 4 or 5 hours. So we'll see. I was really itching to do a market, and that one became available. So I'm going to look at doing that. And this Saturday, weather permitting, because you might be getting another snowstorm, I'm going to go to the flea market and see what needs to be done to be able to sell there. I did get my retail license, so everything should be good there. I just think there's a few forms that I have to fill out, so then I'll probably look at doing those as well. Otherwise, what else have I been printing? I did have some taddlings. I'm just finishing out this roll right here, so I probably will do one more taddling on it. And over here from 3D Gob, we have their chef mice. It turned out pretty good. Did it in 2 different colors. Because of all the white that shows up, there wasn't that much of a additional cost to do both of them at the same time, so I figured I'd do that. And over on the Snap Maker, I have This is another one of their dragons with the eggs. This is the I think it's the sweet dragon or the ice cream dragon, something of that nature. So went ahead and did that. Got access to about 5 of the models. I haven't purchased any additional 3D Gob models yet. Because one thing I will say about them is their welcome package. There's a lot of models that you get in their welcome package. Kind of surprised me. Cinderwing has a good bit of models. Layers in Green is so-so. Matt Meyer makes, I've noticed they have the least amount of models, although I do like their models, so there is that in their welcome package. So, yeah, we'll see. I'm actually thinking, I've been thinking about it. I think I'm going to look at doing both a dedicated video for the different Patreons, for the kind of what they offer to sell and the models. And then I'm going to do a separate breakdown about kind of a comparison between them. But I'm going to focus on the welcome models because I think that's a really big selling point, at least for me, because sure, you can buy the individual models, but you'd like to know what you're getting when you initially sign up for the license. Let me know your thoughts on that. I'm still kind of deciding, and I'm going to print through the rest of the 3D Gob ones before I do that, but let me know your thoughts. Curious if you'd like to see that. So yeah, I didn't really have too much going on because yesterday I was in the mountains, just a little day trip. But I'm about to start some prints here and here, and continue from where we were at. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Cracking it off. Good job. You can just pull them off if you need to.
Oh. Too hard.
Just leave that one. Just pull up the mice.
Just checking on the bottom.
You're checking them. They looking good.
Yeah.
Good morning. It is Thursday, and some of my models finished. We have the mice from 3D Gob, as well as a little cheese that'll go with it, and a little beagle that finished put together. Looking cute. Also have the Sugar Rush Dragon that finished with the ice cream cone egg, and the Celestial Dragon. I am liking, although they are smaller ones, I am liking that they come with the eggs. I'll have to figure out how to price them. I really have a lot of items that I need to post on my sites, just haven't had a chance to sit down and do them. I've done a few, but not all of them. So yeah, if you guys have done any of the 3D Gobs with the eggs, I'm curious, how do you guys typically price them? It's a little different because I'm primarily doing these on the Snapmaker, and I haven't done any bulk ones for it. So yeah, I'm curious. Past that, this is actually the start of a guinea pig terrarium set. That's going to go. It's going to have a little wheel and such. I have the rest of it printing, or I have some of it printing on the A1 Mini right now as well. There's a little hamster wheel as well. So I'm going to be finishing that. My goal with a lot of these minis from 3D Gob is to print some of the terrariums, or the terrain, I guess I should say. I don't know if I'm going to print a lot of them for markets. I'll probably just try to do one of each and see how they go. To do require assembly and multiple print beds and stuff like that, but we'll see. Over here, this finish, this is the sloths from 3D Gob. Looks like I have another minor failure there. Oh well. It's turned out pretty good. Over on the Snapmaker, we have the, I think it's the heart or the love dragon. I'll have to assemble the egg for that one. That's looking pretty good. On the P1S, we have some of the little sheep that's going through right now. I really like how that's purging together. That's looking really good. This one had actually a good bit of purge, which is why I did the dragon scale egg for it. And hopefully it won't become a problem, but see in the back over there, I actually put the purge block in the egg. So I think I sliced it to where it'll be fine, but we'll see. That should be ready tomorrow. And down over here, we have, I cannot remember what kind of dinosaur this is, but it's another dinosaur. I actually really like the dinosaurs that 3D Gob does. However, the problem is, let's see where they are. I already have some dinosaurs from Cinderwing and layers in green back over here, like the pterodactyls and some other ones. So I'm trying to figure out which ones I'll do. I kind of like the style for these, so we'll see. I might end up transitioning to 3D Gob ones. I just haven't decided yet, but we'll see for that. So that's where we're at. I did see in the comments where someone mentioned that the fourth shelf would be good, but they were concerned about the stability of it. And they're right, because it does go all the way up to the back. I still want to find a way to go vertical. And I really don't want to like buy a shelving system to go vertical. So we'll see. Still thinking about it. I might not end up doing anything this week, but I'm going to try to do something before Valentine's Day, which is when I'm going to be doing my next market. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Currently, I'm probably about halfway through the 3D Gob models that I've been working on. I'm not printing all of the ones that I have access to because I may have some of them in a different form from one of the other vendors, and I don't want to have like a bunch of different, like say the bears. I already have a bear over here. I don't want to do a bunch of different bear designs. Or the turtles, for example, those are available in all three models. So we'll see. But I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Good morning. It is Friday. I have a couple prints that finished. Pretty much finished, or I did finish printing the little guinea pig play area. I just need to assemble it and glue some of the parts together. This will be the hamster wheel that'll go back there. I'm thinking about selling them as sets. Just need to figure out how I'm going to price it. Also, this finished and I assembled it. The egg does require some glue though, so I'll have to work on that. I did the crystal dragon. This is the last of the small dragons that's in 3D Gob's welcome pack. I'll need to look and see what other models that aren't included in the subscription are good enough that I want to purchase. I will say one thing: 3D Gob definitely does give a good variety in their welcome pack. I like Matt Meyer Makes models, but their welcome pack is mostly magnets. So I did like their bigger models though, so that's why I'm still planning on using them, and we'll see. Hopefully they sell pretty good at markets. But 3D Gob, I mean, I haven't purchased a single model yet, and there's quite a few options. So this popped off the build plate. That one looks good. We also have the sloth that turned out pretty good. The sheep, I did upscale these a little bit, I think to about 120%, just to kind of give a different variety from the minis that I normally offer. But I'm still trying to work out all that. Over here, I just started the fish aquarium that I'm going to be doing from 3D Gob. And I think that's all the new models that just finished. So let's take a look at what we got printing right now. We have some of the hamsters. I wasn't going to do these because I have the guinea pigs, and to me, they're pretty much the same thing. But my wife saw the hamsters and said I had to print them, so she wins. So we got the hamsters, which those will be good as well to offer in here, although I might need to make some smaller versions. We'll see. Over here, this is some of the parts for the aquarium, just the water that's printing. On the P1S, we have some raccoons. Even though I offer some raccoons from Cinderwing, my wife really liked the other style, and she told me to just make a larger version of it. So there we go there. Over here, I just finished. This is for the algae. You can't really see it. I just started a few minutes ago. This is for the algae for the... No, actually, I'm sorry. This is just some minis I have for D&D for today. Just printing a bunch of frog minis. And on the snap maker, I have some of the The last of the pieces for the aquarium that's printing. We're going to be having the sand and I think some algae that's going to be going in it. So that should be finishing later today. So yeah, that's where we're at. I'm finally getting around to posting these items. I'm trying to debate how I want to do the color scheme because these do have more colors, and because they're bigger, normally I offer a bunch of different colors because I can print a batch and I'm comfortable that they're going to sell on at a festival. But because these are larger, I'm only going to offer them in a few colors, so I got to figure out which color options I want to offer, or if I'm only going to offer it in one color. Still trying to figure out that. Also trying to figure out the pricing. I've seen what some other individuals are selling it at, so I'm trying to be comparable. But yeah, right now I'm thinking for the standard size, we're looking at about 18 to 20. But we'll see. I say standard size because I might offer it in a different size. Haven't decided yet. So that's where we're at. As far as the shelving system, I think this is all I'm going to extend just to right here to kind of curve around this. This will also give me probably enough minis to finish out 3D Gob. And then I think from there, I got to work on price signs because I'm going to be changing my pricing going into the next festival season. So I have about 2 weeks to do that. And I'm still trying to figure out that fourth shelf to get that worked out. So always working on stuff, but that's where we're at. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Good morning. It is Saturday. And start things off, we had an order for 15 of the little Bigfoots. This order came in yesterday. I went ahead and just threw it on the snap maker, and we're good to go. I'll be packing it up to ship out later today. Past that, the little mini raccoons finished, and the hamsters, as well as the lamb or sheep. So we're getting pretty close to getting through the 3D Gob collection. I am maybe 5 models or 7 models away, plus the little sets, at least just from the welcome package. I have decided, I kind of reorganized this a little bit, and next week I'm going to be putting the risers up. That way it's actually got a little bit more height on it. But I kind of decided what I'm going to end up doing, at least as of right now. I'm going to organize it where like this section's going to be the minis with the 1 for 3 or 2 for 5. We're going to have our little fidgets right here in the middle. Then we're going to go over to this section, which is going to be 1 for 5 or 2 for 8 or 2 for 9. I haven't quite decided what level of a discount I give for multiple. Actually, I might just do 2 for 9. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. And then from here, I'm going to go to a section with some of the larger items, which is going to be like 1 for 7, 2 for something. Haven't quite decided on that one. It's kind of what I'm thinking. I don't know. That kind of simplifies it a little bit, both from a setup standpoint because I can organize it, as well as just less questions from clients. However, that does lump me into certain brackets when it comes to a lot of my product. Now, of course, some items aren't going to follow that. Like example, these dragonflies are not going to, they're going to be higher than the $7 bracket. The bats, dragons, and all the Matt Meyer makes models are not. But I don't know. I'm just trying to experiment with something different this season. I do have that market in about 2 weeks that we can test it out on, and we'll see. Past that, I'm making sure I have enough of the risers. This weekend, I'll be focusing on that because I did expand some more shelves, so I might not have enough, but I don't quite recall how many I have. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. Should I simplify my pricing like that? Should I offer more of the bundled deals, if you will? Um, what's your feedback? I'd really be curious. Before I used to price each item individually for the most part, but yeah, we'll see. Past that, I did have the aquarium finished. I'll say one thing. I like these things, but they're a bit more particular than I was expecting. Having to glue them all in, having to make sure it all fits, hold it all in. I mean, it was a bit more physical labor going into it because we had to make sure all lined up. We had to wait for the glue to dry before we continued. And I just thought about it, shipping it's probably going to be a pain in the butt. So, I don't know. We'll see on those. I'm still going to offer each one, but I'll probably definitely increase the cost accordingly. And I should have, I don't see it. Nope, I don't see it. I had finished the hamster house with the hamster wheel, but oh, here it is. So this one was kind of a pain too. Look, just these stands. I kind of almost wish, I guess you can't from a support standpoint, but I kind of almost wish I could just print the exterior frame all at once. But it is what it is. As for what all I'm printing, over here we have some of the armadillos from 3D God. We have the seals from 3D God. The cows from 3D Gob. Although we have plenty of cows, my middle child loves cows, and she said I have to add these ones because these ones are cute. So we're adding more cows, apparently. And the heart, I think the heart dragon from Cinderwing. I will say one thing that's cool that they have on this one. Now, I didn't print that version. Is they have a version where the tail has a built-in clicker, which is really cool. Except I like to resize my dragons, and you can't resize it with the clicker because then the clicker won't fit in there. So I don't know. I might print one of them at the full size and just leave the clicker and put the clicker in and see how it does, but I don't know. We'll see how that works out. All right. So it is the end of the week, and we also got another order of those prototype buttons that was requested. This is the 5th iteration. They had mentioned that they weren't looking to expand any more options for it, and they were going to decide, but I guess that changed once they received the last 2 versions of it. So I haven't printed that. I'll be printing that tomorrow. And this order just came through yesterday as well. So for the week, that puts us at about 7 orders. Not too bad. They were all pretty big orders. Like this one right here was a bulk order. We also had those billboards that were bulk orders. And then past that, it was the prototype one and a couple of those marker holders. I had a custom version of the marker holder that I was doing as well. So that puts our grand total of the week for $209. It's not bad, especially for 7 orders. That's a very good average. Not going to complain at all, especially if this continues into next week. I mean, it's not market festival level numbers, but I'm definitely happy with that. That's better than somewhere I've done $50 weeks. So yeah, next week we're going to be focusing on just making sure we're ready for the market for Valentine's Day. I don't expect it to be a massive market, but it's going to be the first one of the year, so it'll be good for trial runs, for setting things up, making sure it's all good, and kind of going from there. So if you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe, and let me know if you have any questions out in the comments. I'm always willing to answer any questions that you have. In fact, I really enjoy answering questions that you guys have about things. So I'll talk to you guys next week.